Today's topic is about bisection method to solve f of x equal to 0. F of x is actually will be a non-linear function which will be solved by numerical techniques. One of these techniques is bisection method. So what are the steps for this method? The first one is you'll be given a function. A non-linear function will be given to you along with the interval in which the solution of that function lies. So the interval will be given to you people, and the function will also be given to you people. We need to find f of a and f of b. What does it mean? It means that we need to put x equal to a and find f of a, and then we need to put x equal to b to find f of b. Then multiply f of a with f of b. If the answer is negative, so it means that the root lies within this interval. So this is very important step. You need to multiply f of a with f of b. If the answer is negative, then we need to find the midpoint of this interval. The midpoint of AB will be denoted by C. So we need to find C by midpoint formula. What is the midpoint formula? That is A plus B divided by 2. That is the simple average formula. So whenever we get C, we need to put C in the given function, in this function, to obtain f of c. So put c in the given function and observe this product. If the product of f of a and f of b is negative, then we need to find the other midpoint of the interval by adding these two, by adding a plus c divided by 2. So the midpoint will be that one, and again we need to obtain f of c. Secondly, if this product is not negative, then we need to multiply f of b with f of c. If the product of f of b and f of c is negative, then the midpoint c will be obtained by adding b and c. So b plus c divided by 2, and in the same sense we need to obtain f of c. So we will observe these two products and note the sign of the product. We will continue the iterative process to get the required accuracy. What does it mean? It means that if two consecutive values of c are nearly equal to desired decimal places, for which f of c is nearly equal to 0. So these are the steps to be followed in bisection method. Let us take an example. Example is use bisection method to find up to 4 decimal places. Note this this sentence, up to 4 decimal places. The root of the equation sin x minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0 between 0.4 and 0.6. So we need to find the root of this equation sin x minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0, which lies between 0.4 and 0.6. So the solution is, that is the given equation sin x minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. This equation is non-linear because of sine x. This is the trigonometric function which is involved in this equation. So compare with the f of x equal to 0, we will get f of x is equal to sine x minus 5x plus 2. That is f of x. And the first value a is 0.4 and the second value is b, which is 0.6. Now we need to find f of a. That is the first step of bisection method. We need to replace x by a in this equation, and secondly we need to replace x by b in this equation. So now f of a means f of 0.4, so replace x by 0.4, that is sine of 0.4 minus 5 into 0.4 plus 2, and perform this operation to get 0.3894. Secondly, we need to find f of b. So f of b means f of 0.6, so replace x by 0.6 in this function. So that will be sine of 0.6 minus 5 into 0.6 plus 2 is equal to, calculating this sum and difference, we will get minus 0.4354. We see that the sign of f of a and f of b are different, that is plus and this is minus. So it means that the root lies between 0.4 and 0.6. So we see that whenever we multiply f of a with f of b, so multiplying these two, whenever we multiply these two, we will get a negative sign, because this is plus sign and this is minus sign, and plus into minus is negative. So f of a into f of b is negative. So it means that c will be obtained by adding a and b and divided by 2, because c is the midpoint. So a plus b, this is a 0.4, so replace a by 0.4, b by 0.6. So this is the value of c. Whenever we find the value of c, we need to put this c in the given function to find f of c. So therefore f of c means f of 0.5. So f of 0.5, replace x by 0.5 there to get sine of 0.5 minus 5 into 0.5 plus 2, and this sum and difference is minus 0.0206. We see that the value of the function at c is a bit nearly equal to 0. This is nearly equal to 0. But we need to process the iteration. We need to find the root of the equation up to 4 decimal places. So it means that we need to find the value of the function at c in which there are 4 zeros after this decimal point, 0.000 and 0. Anyways, so this is f of c. Now again we see that this is f of a, which is 0.3894, and this is f of c, which is minus 0.0206. Whenever we multiply f of a with f of c, whenever we multiply these two, so we will get a negative sign, because plus into minus is minus. So f of a into f of c is negative, so this implies c will be obtained by adding this a and this c and divided by 2, because c is the midpoint of these two. So that is a plus c by 2. A is 0.4 from there, and c is 0.5, that is 0.5. 0.4 plus 0.5 by 2, this is 0.45. Now again this is c, put this c in the given function. So f of c will be equal to f of 0.45, so that is f of 0.45 sine of 0.45 minus 5 into 0.45 plus 2, and calculate this value, which is 0.1850. Now continue in same manner. The following table is constructed. In the same manner, we see that is the table. we have constructed this table, and since that the first column is reserved for a, the values of a. The second column is reserved for the value of b, and the third is for c. So a, b, c, remember that. So these are a, b, c, and these are the function values at a, b, and c. That is f of a, f of b, and f of c. So that is whenever we put a is equal to 0.4, we have obtained f of a is 0.3894. Now this table is constructed. We see that the first column represents the values of a, second column is for b, third column is for c, a, b, c, a, b, c, and these are f of a, f of b, and f of c. And this column is about the product, that which of these two product is less than 0. And the last column is we need to replace a or b by c. One of these two will be replaced by one of these two, a and b, will be replaced by c. So let us use this calculator. We need to put the value of c in the form, that is c is equal to a plus b. So that is a plus, and this is b, a plus b divided by 2, so that is 2. And then put a colon sign here. Then we see that this is f of a, the given function. In the given function, replace x by a, and the function which is given to us in this question is sin x minus 5x plus 2. So we need to put sin a, we need to replace x by a, so we need to write sin a minus 5a plus 2, and for this we need to replace x by b, so sin b minus 5b plus 2, and for c we need to replace x by c, so sin c minus 5c plus 2. Let us write these function values. First of all, f of a, so we need to write sine of a minus 5a plus 2. Then put a colon sign here, and now replace x by b, so sine of b minus 5b plus 2, and then put a colon sign here. Now we need to replace x by c, so sine c, then close this bracket, minus 5c plus 2. So we have put the value of c, f of a, f of b, and f of c. Now press this calc button. It will ask you about the value of a. What is the value of a? So the value of a is 0.4, so write here 0.4. then press equal sign. Asking about value of b, b is 0.6, so 0.6 is equal to. Now we see that c is calculated here, which is 1 by 2. Now convert this and decimal notation, that is 0.5, so c is 0.5. Then press equal sign. We will get sine a minus 5a plus 2, f of a. F of a is 0.3894, so that is 0.3894 up to 4 decimal places, because we need to find the root of the function of the given non-linear equation up to 4 decimal places. So we are considering here the values up to 4 decimal places. Otherwise you can fix your calculator up to 4 decimal places in that manner, which which has been discussed in the previous lecture. So this is f of a. Now press equal sign, we'll get f of b, which is minus 0.4354, minus 0.4354. Then press equal sign, you'll get sine f of c, which is minus 0.0205, so that is 0.0206, rounding this up to 4 decimal places. Now we have obtained these values. Now we see that the product of f of a and f of c is negative. Whenever you multiply these two, plus into minus is negative. Whenever you multiply f of b with f of c, so that will be minus into minus is plus, greater than 0. So f of a and f of c, the product of these two is negative, so we need to replace the third one. This is a and this is c, so b is missing here, so b will be replaced by c. So come over the second row, we need to replace b by c, b by c. So you see, b is replaced by c. This is the value of c, 0.5, and a is unchanged. Now we need to use these updated values of a and b with the help of calculator. So now in our case, in this case, the new values of a and b, press this equal sign. A is 0.4, so that is 0.4, 0.4 is equal to b is, now b is 0.5. Just look at there, b is 0.5, so b is 0.5. Ultimately, when you press equal sign, it will give the value of c, 9 by 20. So converting this into decimal notation, 0.45. You see, this is c, which is 0.45, 0.45. Now press equal sign, we'll get f of a 0.3894, 0.3894. Then press equal sign, we'll get f of b minus 0.0205, rounding this up to 4 decimal places, so 06, that is 06. And this press equal sign to get f of c, 0.1849, 0.1849 can be written as 1850. So this is 0.1850. Now again we see that the product of f of b and f of c is negative, plus into minus is minus. So f of b into f of c is negative, so a is absent here, so a will be replaced by c. Which one is absent here? That will be replaced by c. So we need to replace a by c. In the third row, just look at the third row, we have replaced the value of a by c, 0.45. This is 0.45, and b is remains unchanged. Replace a by c. Now again we need to calculate c, so press the equal sign. What is a? So a is actually 0.45, so right here 0.45 is equal to b is 0.5, so that is 0.5 is equal to so c is 19 by 40, convert it into decimal notation, 0.475. This is 0.475. Again press equal sign, you will get f of a 0.1849. 1849 means 1850, so that is 1850. And f of b is minus 0.0205, rounding this up to 4 decimal places, so 06. And then press equal sign, that is f of c, 0.0823, so 0.082 and 3. Now again you see that f of b is negative and f of c is positive, so f of b into f of c, whenever we multiply these two, we will get negative value, less than 0. So f of b into f of c is negative, So a is missing here. A will be replaced by C. So a will be replaced by C. Replacing a by C, this is C. So put this value instead of this a value here. So a is replaced by C. B will be unchanged. Now again calculate C, the new value of C. How could you calculate C? By pressing this equal sign. Whenever you press equal sign, it will ask you about the value of a, which is 0.475. so right here 0.475, then equal sign. B is 0.5, so that is 0.5. It will give you the value of C. C is this thing. Convert it. 0.475, 0.475, and then pressing equal sign, you'll get f of a 0.0823, 0.0823, and equal sign minus 0.0205, rounding this figure, and then equal sign, this is 0.0309. Now again f of b and f of c is negative. We see that continue in this manner and obtaining the value of f of c reduces to converges to 0. If you see this table, the value become nearer to 0 when we do more iterations. So f of c, and the last stage, you see f of c, the value of f of c is up to 4 decimal places. This is 0. And if you look at the value of c here, this is the value of c. The value of c, these two consecutive values of c are equal to each other up to 4 decimal places, 94950, 4950. And for this value of c, f of c, this is f of c, f of c is nearly equal to 0. So these two consecutive values of c, the last value of c will be considered as the root of the given equation. So hence the root up to 4 decimal places is x is equal to 0.4950. So this is the root up to 4 decimal places by using the bisection method.